Hey, y'all, and welcome back to another Catch That Artist Spotlight, where we talk to artists about their songs and their influences. And we just chop it up with artists that we love and respect and want more people to hear about.
Hmm.
I am naturally Elise, and that is my brother.
JR.
And we are the R&B representatives. And I'm going to let JR jump right into it.
She gonna give it to me. Okay, I'll take it. Well, y'all, today is very special, y'all. We have RJ latest arrival in the building, y'all. So y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves and then we can go from there.
Well, I'm RJ.
Of course, I'm Dee Dee.
Paris, Slick Sticks Reese.
There you go.
Hey.
We're still waiting on one member, which is
It's all good. We come in, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, he can
It's
jump
all
in.
good. Yeah. So y'all listen, we are about to get into this new banger that they got. One step at a time. Let me tell you something. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about, the inspiration of the song and all that good stuff, what inspired, how Slum Village became part of it, all that good stuff. But we want to definitely give, the group the band, because they're a band. They're not a group. They're a band. They play they ish. So I want to get into that. I want to give y'all respect. Cause I want to say how I was introduced to y'all. I want to say how I was introduced to y'all. So
Okay.
I'm a sample head. So obviously I am a Nas fan. So y'all see where this is going. So
Yeah.
I'm a Nas fan. So I heard, you owe me. So I was like, yo, let me see these samples. And this was back in 2000. And I was like, yo, who's this sample? And I'm like, Shackles. And I'm like, RJ, latest revival. Okay. So I'm like listening to it and I'm like, all right. So I was like, let me figure out this group. Let me see what's up with them. So I'm listening to y'all Sweet Low, you know what I mean? Wind Me Up, listening to all that, right? And y'all version of There'll Never Be from Switch. Love y'all version. Love it, right? So then I get to Heaven in Your Arms. I said, wait a minute. I've known them before I really knew them. Like
Uh-huh.
Kiss FM used to play this song out. And my mother used to, Dee Dee, I'm sorry, my mom used to act like she thinks she was you, but my mom ain't got no voice at all. Like horrible, horrible. And me trying to come behind her, it was bad. But we love that record. Like we love it. So it was like, yo, I knew them before I really knew them. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's the type of ballad that I love too. And Elise is like that because it got like a groove to it. You know what I mean? It's a
Exactly.
groovy ballad. It's so
Yeah.
dope. So I just and that's why today I was telling mom I was introduced. We was interviewing y'all. She said, "What?" She was like, "I hope you're not gonna sing Heaven in Your Arms." I said, "I'm gonna tell him you tried, but I ain't gonna I was telling you tried, but I ain't gonna do it." You know what I mean? But and then another favorite from me from y'all is Off the Hook. I love that too. I
Right.
love that record, and I love the fact that you guys added hip hop and R&B to y'all sound. So my first question is, how did y'all even come up with the RJ latest revival sound? Where did it come from? How did it start? All that.
Okay, the group started with myself, Dee Dee, and Pistol Pete back then. And then Mooch came. So prior to that, we were about, Dee was 18. There go Petey, he coming.
I hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We need to see you now. Okay. So Dee Dee she was 18, I was 21, and we started the group then.
Okay.
And so we didn't have much going on. We were making a bunch of records. And there you go. There you go.
Hi, Dina.
Okay. So Petey, and back then it was still, they were all from Southwest Detroit, but it was some switch around. So we went through about 5 groups and about 5 group changes. Now Petey was with us all 5 group changes. And then Petey said, man, let me bring my guys in. And then that's how we got Mooch at that time. And then we brought in another member, And then it's finally got the original member group, which we call the group, because before we were just finding our way through. And that was pretty much it. Just that simple. We made a bunch of records before anybody knew who we were.
So it wasn't y'all plan to actually throw hip hop into there as well, or was that just because it was the sound of the new sound coming in that y'all feel like y'all had to?
No, we were just doing what we do.
Okay.
Right. And sometimes it was working, but it was region. We were breaking in the South. We wasn't breaking in the North. So everybody thought we was a Southern group because our sound kind of Southern at that time.
Okay.
And then we came in, and when it started to come together, with Wind Me Up. That was like the first one, right? And that went gold. And then we had, after that was we had a few. All of them did well regional, but we couldn't just break nationwide until the mothership landed, which was Shackles.
Yeah.
The jam.
Oh yeah.
Heavy rotation.
Yeah.
Listen, like y'all said, I like Aretha and Marvin Gaye. What? That's my line. I'm sorry. It's still on annual play for me. Like, I just love y'all sound. You know what I mean? And then it seemed like y'all it got better and better and better after each album too. And I wanted to tell you, I love when y'all did Tangled in Love and how you added the interview. I love that. I love that because how you said in it, you said, yo, this is probably my favorite album because we were able to do what we wanted to do. We were able to kind of fit, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are not able to do that and not able to be them. And you was like, yo, you were able to be them and yourselves for real. And that's why I was like, yo, because Touch Me on that actually gives me a little flavor of y'all new record. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. You know what I mean? But
you smart. You got it. You catching it.
Listen. I'm a fan. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, I am a
They all catches every little thing. He's a listener for real.
I gotta give it to him. What you think, Mooch? He bad, ain't he, Mooch? Can you hear me?
Oh, he's doing his homework.
Always.
Doing his homework.
There you go.
Nah, it's just that.
Was he in the group with us? I was wondering if he was in the group with us.
Listen.
That's what we always say. We say John could tell you what they was doing in the studio, what they had for lunch. Like
Oh, come on.
There you go.
Oh man. Yeah, so I guess.
Huh?
I said, dog, you there? There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, y'all can hear we good. Okay, yeah. So with that is what was the changes in with y'all finally getting to that? All right, once Shackles hit off, what was after that? Since y'all found like this was your niche, you know what I mean? And I know y'all got a lot of love from Donnie Simpson too, because for real, y'all got a lot of love from Donnie Simpson. Because I remember him when he used to do his 20 on Video Soul. Y'all was always on there, always on there. You know what I mean? So I mean, who was y'all touring with back then? Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get the scene on who y'all was with.
Pete, you can answer that.
So everybody, man. I mean, you name it. New Edition, Run DMC, Luther Vandross in Milwaukee at the Superfest. We was in Alabama and Talladega racetrack, 100,000 people. We was zapped with Roger. You had Ray Parker Jr. You had them all. You had the Barcades. I mean, you name it. We've been with them. We've even with Nancy. What's Nancy Wilson? What's that her name? Yeah. Pieces of a Dream. Ready for the World. I mean, you name it. Fat Boys. Run DMC. You name it, we was with them.
But see, the sound y'all had, it fit. You know what I'm saying? Because again, y'all had that R&B with it, but y'all could also bang with the hip hop too. So it worked. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, why everybody, more people don't talk about y'all? Like, I'm like, it bothers me a little bit. Like, I be on my Twitter kind of going off. I know people be like, God damn, like, he really going in. Like, but I'm like, y'all should talk more about them because it was like a lot of people couldn't do that. You couldn't be R&B and hip hop and fit in both. You know what I mean? It's true. Like, and y'all did. And I'm like, hello, because there was some people that tried and it didn't work. Y'all,
Right.
I had to do it, sis. I had to.
I think we was experimenting, man. Man, me and Petey was talking the other day, and we was wearing fatigues like George Clinton in Parliament. We was trying everything to make it stick, and then once Shackles hit, when Wind Me Up hit, that hit, but it was in regions, and we started touring, and I could tell that something was happening because we would sell out. People would come to see us, and I'm like, why are they coming? Because the record ain't that big, you know what I'm saying? But guys was like, but so I could feel it. We could feel it building because we would do something, and a lot of people would come.
Right.
But when Shackles hit, it just one of those kind of records that woke everybody up. It just meant something. And I think that's what did it. After that, we knew we wasn't a rap group. You know what I'm saying? But like Petey said, we was touring with Fat Boy, LL Cool J, and they would complain and say, man, y'all take too long to set up. Right, they said, y'all taking too much time. We like, man, we a band. And they was like, well, they thinking we're a rap group, but we are turning the show out. Right. But so we did that for a long time. I don't know, Pete better on the time, how long we did that. That was a few years, wasn't it? Pete?
Oh yeah. Hey Jeff, and I think we ought to make mention on that Wind Me Up. What broke it also was the fact that Leon Spinks used it. I mean, Michael Spinks used it when they was fighting Larry Holmes.
Right.
And that was Larry Holmes' song. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then it was also a dance show that was very popular back in those days. And the group that won was dancing off of Wind Me Up. So that broke that song to the world, you know.
Right. I forgot about that. You're right, Petey.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember, I go back, Jay.
Yeah. That's why I told you needed him over here.
That's like true history. I'm loving this. That's
me too.
I'm in heaven right now.
Oh man. So Dee Dee, with you representing the females in the group, like bringing this all together, how did it feel? You representing for the women in the group?
Well, the thing about being the only, well, I was not the only female for a time. There was Robin. She was part of the group for a minute. And I enjoyed it with her. It was all good. I had a partner to talk to. You know, I wasn't by myself. But then when she moved on and I was there, the only female, to be honest with you, I felt a little alone by myself. Even though I was with the guys, I was with the group, I was still the only female. So, you know, the guys could shoot and talk whatever they want to talk with each other, joke, have fun, all that kind of stuff. Me, I'd laugh at the jokes, but still, I was just by myself. Now, the kicker or the best part of it was being able to perform, which was the highlight of every day or every show that we did. Even though I was by myself some part of the time, to be able to get on the stage and perform and do something that I love meant a lot to me. And they did treat me like a queen. I'm not gonna lie. They took care of me, you know, so that was good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, before before we got on, I was just going on and on to JR just about how much I love your voice.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
just like I was like, JR, she's just singing down. He was like, I know. I was like, but no, I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
the thing we used to hear all the time was, is that Sherelle's sister? She reminds us of Sherelle. Is that
I was gonna ask you that for real. I was gonna ask because then, like, when you see a lot of comments and stuff like that, they'd be like, "Is that Sherelle's sister?" I'm like,
right? We
to
all
me,
heard
I
that.
don't hear it. To be honest, like I guess, but I don't hear it. I'm like,
Right.
she has her own voice to me. I don't
Right.
hear it. But then they see you in the video and they like, because if you look in the whole Dawn video and you see the comment, they like, is that Sherelle? I'm like, I don't see it. Like, what are you seeing? I do not see it at all. And she got her own voice. So I'm like, I never see it, but I was gonna ask y'all, but I didn't know how they
They
felt
said it a
about it. I'm
lot, but
like,
that was okay. You know, Sherelle did her thing. I'm not mad at that. You know,
She from Detroit,
yeah.
and I knew her dad real well, and so her dad wanted to. No, it wasn't her dad. That was Aaliyah's aunt. But Sherelle's dad wanted to manage us too.
mm. Yeah, I saw that you guys also had like when you said y'all were helping with Aaliyah's demos that got to Timberland. How did that work?
Uh, I had a. I started. We started the studio, me and John
Mhm.
South, and so her dad, mom and dad, brought her to the studio and said, "We trying to get her to get Barry Hankinson to believe in her that she's a singer." He said she's too young, so I said, "Well, I'm gonna do a couple of demos on her." And so she was 14, so I did a couple of demos on her, and they took the demos to the wedding. She sung at the wedding. And he said, man, she ready. That was my job, just to get the demos done. And then she came back. By this time, a few years passed, her record is out with R. Kelly, a hit, of course. And then she came back and said, the mom called and said, look, we never paid you for what you did. So how can we pay you? I said, come to the studio and record. At the time, I was recording Genuine and Timberland. And so we were doing Pony. And I didn't make the record, but I was mixing it because I had a record out on another lady, and it hit. They liked the sound, so they said we're going to Detroit. When they came, Aaliyah was coming in the daytime, and she said, "RJ, I want you to hear this record." Then she's making a new record, not the one in the millionaire. So she played me some music. So what do you think? I said, that ain't strong enough. I said, this is not strong enough to follow that first album. So she said, well, I said, Aliyah. I said, don't go that way. I've been knowing you since you're 14. Don't you go there. She said, I'm sorry, RJ. She said, I'm sorry, RJ. What you want me to do? I said, we got to get some songs better than that. I said, I want to introduce you to Genuine and Timberland. They'll be here tonight. So she came that night, and I introduced them. She brought Jomo up, her brother, and they started recording One in a Million.
Wow. Damn. I didn't even know that. Wow.
Well,
Wow.
the thing is, the studio at that time was about, you didn't know, nobody knew the studio. It wasn't popular at that time. So they were going to record the demos and take them to another studio in Rochester to be recorded. But they couldn't get it to sound as good. So they ended up going with what we did. I didn't get credit for me, but they did pay me.
Respect on that one.
Yeah, they did. And so that's what happened. So they built their friendship from there. I didn't have anything to do with it after that. After we met, it wasn't that, but I started and that's probably why Timberland did that Nas record, Shackles.
Ah,
But Timberland was the
makes
producer.
sense. 360 moment makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes sense. So this was the time when y'all had stopped recording,
Yeah.
y'all had stopped recording and doing y'all own thing and all that. So what made y'all actually come back together then?
You mean Recently?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Petey had been calling me for about 15 years. And Petey said, Jay, what we gonna do, man? Jay, man, we gotta do this. And I had kept telling Petey, promising, man, we're gonna do it next year, next year, next year. About 15 years passed. Now, here's the funny thing. We did that record about 10 years ago. One Step.
What?
Yeah, right before we closed down the studio.
We did that record then. Craig, who is a member of the group, I was making the record. By that time, I was doing Slum Village, and I was doing Upside. I was still producing. Right. So what I so what I did was we was doing the tracks, and Craig said, "Man, let me do the track." He said I could do a better job than this guy that did it. I was still seeing Craig, and Craig came back and he brought the track. Now my son is producing Slum. He's in Slum Village.
Right.
So him and Craig went in the studio and knocked out the record. So he said, by this time my head wasn't in it, to be totally honest, other than Petey in my ear saying, Jay, we got to do this. And so, and Petey been with me so long since what, the 70s?
Yep. Yeah, 70s, man.
Yeah, since the 70s. So
always Latin wars.
Right. So Petey is, to me, he just got just as much a voice as I do. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when Petey said it, I'm like, but I just gotta find a way to do it. Lord gotta lead me how to do it, because I didn't know how to do it. So we had a record. Jay and Craig did the record. And so I started working on the album. I went and started learning gospel, how to play gospel, because I wanted that influence. I already had it, but I wanted to put it a little deeper in our music. Right. So my son said, Dad, here's the record y'all should do. And he brought out that. And I said, who is that singing? He said, you. I said, yeah? I didn't even know. So I said, so he said, you remember, Dad, we did this at the studio? I think I was producing Shaq or Corrupt Ice Cube or somebody. Mm. And so he said, hear the record. I listened, I said, that's a hit. He said, I think you can make this a hit, Dad. So I took the record and we added like the bongos, the guitars in it, and then I put a bridge in it. Another guy named Jay Isaac wrote the song for Jay Dilla. We did an exchange. I was doing something with Jay Dilla, and I put Jay Dilla on his record, and then we was exchanging some work. He wanted Slum and Jay Dilla on his record, and I wanted him to write a song. So that's how we got the song. So when he got the song, then me and Dee Dee took it and reworked the song. Mooch came in and laid the drums down. Mooch still don't believe he played the drum. That's how long ago we did it. He said, everybody in there talking about who did this. I said, Mooch, you did the drum. Jay, I didn't do the drums. My son told me, you did the drums. He said, if I did the drums, so that's how it is. So I don't know. You gotta ask Moose, did he do the drums? He still probably saying,
well, Moose, did you do the drums?
Yeah. So then when we mixed it, now I'm saying, Petey, we're gonna do it. I think the Lord is moving on us to do it. And then after we did the record, when I heard the record, I got good ears. I thank God for that. I knew the record was a great record. And everybody had done a great job on it. Craig did a great job on the parts that he had done on it. And Dee Dee, she always gonna deliver her vocals. She just got that unfallible voice.
Yes.
And
second verse.
And so once we had it all put together, that was it. And then I said, okay, now we got to do the video. So we doing the video, man. I ain't been behind the camera. Only thing I do is tell Slum, y'all need to shoot y'all video. Dylan, when he was there, you need to do this, do that. So I haven't been in that atmosphere in a long time. I was very uncomfortable. Petey and Mooch was still playing with bands, some popular bands. So he ain't missed a beat. Petey looked like he on air on the video. He ain't missed a beat. So
I heard that.
Yeah, and so Mooch they ain't uptight at all. I'm uptight, Didi uptight.
Very.
Craig not uptight either. Craig played with Al Hudson in one way.
Right.
Right. So, you know, now we shooting a video and I'm like, whoa, it look like I'm about to fall down. So we got to shoot again. So after we got it right and we came out, it came out great. And we got the album is technically done. It just got to be finished it up. I think you're going to be really pleased with it.
Dude, I was about to ask about the album for real, because this song is a banger. Woo.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh, listen, this is a red cup type of joint for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I'm a red cup fanatic, and if you get me on a record, and I knew when I heard it, I said, I know my family gonna love it. I know my family gonna love it. They're gonna love it. So when I took it, because we just came from South Carolina with my family a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, y'all, I got this joint. I was like, I'm gonna play this joint for y'all. Cause it's been a couple of times I done played some songs and they were like, no, we not digging it. No, sorry. We don't know this new stuff you playing, but we ain't getting it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I was like, yo, I got one. I was like, I got one. I know y'all gonna love it. So when I played it, my mom was like, who is that? I was like, Ma, that's RJ. She was like, what? And then she just started grooving. I was like, Ma, they even got a video. So just like we tried to sing with y'all, we was dancing with y'all. Like, listen, we put that video on. It was me, my uncle, my mom's fiance, and me, and we just groove into y'all joint, and we played it. I lied to y'all not like 10 times. We probably got viewership because of us. So if y'all look at y'all joint on YouTube, it's probably gonna be from us, to be honest with you.
Right.
But listen, we was in there grooving, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all started it in a bar. Like, my family like that. Come on, like that. Y'all started it off right. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Then y'all, it's just such a groove. And I love this joint. And I'm like, y'all, people should know about this record because it's so funky. Y'all don't seem nervous, Didi. You don't seem nervous in it to me. Like y'all, your close-ups and you grooving with your guitar.
Well, once you get up on stage, which it was a stage, and you start performing, it naturally comes back. So it felt good on the stage, even though we hadn't been on stage in such a long time. So you never forget. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it felt good. I enjoyed doing it.
Oh, Mooch was grooving too now.
Oh,
Mooch, you was grooving in that joint. Yo, I was like, y'all playing the drums like a mug, yo, like he in it too.
Oh, I had a ball. I had a ball.
I said, Mooch, you know, I don't notice no snare drum that much. He said, yeah, but did you hear the finger snaps in there? Finger snaps in there. That's good.
Hey man, Slum Village is here, so I want to introduce him to y'all.
Hey,
What up?
Hey.
Respect.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm
hyped. Yo, what? Yo. Today is a good day. Today's a good day. This is beautiful, man.
All right, y'all go.
All right now. Oh man. I don't even want to go to work tomorrow, man. Screw that. I'm good.
They doing their album, their new album.
Okay.
Yeah, so then we have a studio, and they They're in here doing their album, and then we criticize them, then they criticize us.
Love it.
Keeps
So,
you honest.
Yeah.
with
Petey,
the album,
Petey inspired my son to come on stage when he was sick, or 2.
No, 2 years old.
Yeah, Petey used to make him come on stage with us and perform.
he be grooving though. That
Yeah,
remind me of me, dog.
yeah, he is a master of the stage. He knows exactly what to do. Good at what he
Oh,
does.
you could. Oh yeah, you could tell in the video for sure. Oh, for sure. So, is the sound of the album gonna be like this, or where y'all going with, the sound of the album? Because listen, y'all can give me so much more of this. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I always tell Elise how I love when it gives you something familiar, and like I was telling y'all, it gave me the touch me vibe for real.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it gave me that feeling, and I was like, oh snap. I was like, again, and Elise know me. If a song comes on, I'm like, what song does this remind me of? That's the first thing. Sometimes Elise be like, would you just listen to the whole song, please, before you start thinking about something? And that's what I did. And I was like, yo, this reminds me of Touch Me. And I went and played it. And I said, Elise, I told you this to remind me of this. And she was like, okay, so can we now listen to the song straight through, please? Like, you know what I mean?
I think, well, we got another stepping song, but I did a West Coast version of stepping. So it has a little more. It's we'll have it, and I'll let you hear it first.
Okay,
But it's more West Coast danceable. Let me say it like that.
Okay. So y'all can have us on our feet. I'm here for it.
Yeah. So that's what it is. Yeah. So, but we excited about it because it is. I like the work. The body of work. It's worth waiting on, at the end of the day, I feel that.
Hell, y'all gave us this. Shoot, this joint is enough. So I'm waiting on this. Like this is a banger, man. Like to come back after so long, you know what I mean, and give us something like this, it's just like it's right in the pocket. And I definitely gotta give y'all some love because y'all killed this joint. You know what I mean? And Petey, you kept for 15 years. Thank you. Thank you for keep getting on. I'm like, yo, we need to do this. We need to do this. We need to do this.
Hey, he turned down a lot, but you got to keep knocking on that door, especially when guys.
Listen.
I'm telling you, he leaves. I walk by faith, not by sight. That's the way it is. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
And I want to say this too before we get off. And I don't know if I'm rushing things, putting things before the horse for the carriage, but. We want to thank the people from Stars TV, 50 Cent and his crew, for featuring our song Shaq on his series BMF. We got to get that up.
Yes.
Yeah. That made us hot.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful, man. They could have chose anybody, but they chose to use Shackles on My Feet, which is over almost 40 years old.
Yeah.
So we're thankful for that.
Yeah. Thank you, Petey, for thanking me that.
That's timeless, man. You can't be mad at that. That's some timeless music right there, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So, that's so. I mean, are y'all touring anytime soon? Like, what's going on
Next
with
year,
that?
we want to get the album done, and we want to let this. We got to still build this record. We don't want to build it cheesy. We wanted to build organically, slower, with real numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because we started from zero. So we want to take our time, build it right. And then as it builds, I think it's going to take us about 3 records. And then that third one is a home run. I'm telling you now, it's a showstopper. It's Dee went to work on it. It's ridiculous. And I mean, it's one of them records, when you put it on, everybody in the room shut up and they crying.
Oh. That's my type of record.
Man, it's fun. I tell you, so we building this up to lead to that record. Because that's right. That's the one. That's the one gonna set it off and shut it down. Nothing like it out there. So I figure it's gonna take us about 3 singles, and then from there. But we got all our team ready, and they working now because I wanted the record to prove itself, and it's proved itself. So now we got our team starting on it now.
Yeah, I love it.
That's amazing. I'm so glad y'all took the time to sit down and talk with us. We got a lot of gems here today.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. What? Oh, I know my mother's asleep, but I don't care. I'm calling her after this.
You tell her I said hi.
We appreciate
I
it.
sure will.
Oh.
I'll be like, Ma, I didn't sing, so don't feel bad. I didn't do it. I didn't embarrass both of us.
Hey, we thank you for being so knowledgeable too about our group, RJ's Latest Arrival. Because you named a couple of tunes. I said, oh yeah, we did make that. Right off the bat. For being so knowledgeable about our group.
Yes, listen, man. When I'm a fan of something, I'm a fan, and I literally go in. You know what I mean? And once I found y'all in 2000, I just didn't stop. You know what I mean? So I be trying to find y'all albums on Discogs. Like, I'm a vinyl collector now, so I'm like in that, and you know, now people kind of know my wish list. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, yeah, I want that. I want that. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna put this new one on vinyl too?
You know what? We're gonna put the album on vinyl for sure.
Okay.
It's gonna be on there. But send us your email, send us your address, because I'm gonna send you the Slum Village catalog.
Oh man, see, the day can't get no better than
Right. And I still got some of our stuff on vinyl too, so I'll put something together and get it over to you.
Oh man.
Give me about a week though.
Okay.
It's all good.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say, but no. But again, we do thank y'all for hanging out. We would love to talk to y'all again for something upcoming, or if you just want to talk some music talk. Either way, we would be honored to have y'all back.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. God bless y'all.
Yeah, man.
And we also
thank one step at a time.
Yeah. And we also thank all our viewers for hanging out with us once again and learning some music, and everybody teaching each other. It's like we're a big family and we appreciate everyone. So like, subscribe, share the channel with your folks, and bring us some more cousins. Yeah. And we will catch y'all on the next Catch That.
All right.
Take
care now. Thank y'all guys, man. Thank you.
For sure. This is great.
Yeah, thank you. This was so awesome.